Hello, fellow Flosstubers. It's hard to get that off my tongue. I don't know why, but it is. Anyway, today is Monday, March 10th, and it's probably about 10:15 Pacific time, which is kind of early for me because if I get a little dippy, you'll know why. Usually in the mornings, I'm not fully awake till about 11 o'clock. So, even though I went to the neighbors and helped her with her socks, compression socks. So anyway, I thought I'd start off. I have some things that I purchased, and I don't like to call them haul. I think haul is like I have a truckload of stuff, and I really don't have a truckload of stuff. I only have a little bit of stuff, so we're good. Okay, I do want to make a comment about and truthfully, I am not one to throw out names and whatnot. I probably should, and I should probably do shout outs. But if I did, I'd probably take forever because there's about 10 of them out there that I really do like. I haven't watched them lately in the last couple weeks, so as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and sit and watch and stitch at the same time. So, as I said that, um, I got a chuckle out of Gerald, who is not Gerald, wrong one. That's Ginger George, Gerald George. Anyway, sorry about that, Gerald. I just messed that up. Brian from Blitz Stitch. I have followed him on Instagram for a long time. See, I follow you. This is awesome. I love it. Anyway, he made the comment that he'd been following me for a while and that he didn't realize that I had joined the Flosstube family. Um, the funny part is, I didn't tell anybody that I was joining the Flosstube family. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell my friends. And I didn't tell the Instagram bunch I have. And the reason why is I'm just a little shy at times. And what I do, I get a lot of praise from, but at the same time, I get embarrassed. I don't know why, but I do. So when I work on a quilt, or if I work on my cross stitch, and cross stitch is more than quilting now, when I work on my projects, I pretty much, when I'm done, I show them to my husband. He checks to see if there's anything obvious that's missing. And he usually catches most of my mistakes, if there are any. So he's a big supporter. And so he doesn't even really know. I told him that I wanted to borrow my son's camera so that I could show off cross stitch left-handed, because I didn't think that some of the ways that left-handed cross stitch is represented in Flosstube was quite what a true left-handed person does. So I did the first video, which kind of came out a little crappy, but I still get good positive feedback on that. And as soon as I can figure out how to put the camera to my work, it'd be easier to explain that way too. I am a hands-on person, so you have to pretty much show me what you're doing, and then I catch on. And that's kind of what I wanted to do in the Flosstube. That being said, my son kind of knew that I was going to do this, but it was more of, another one of Mom's quirky ideas. So my daughter doesn't even know, and I kind of keep it kind of quiet because I'm kind of embarrassed sometimes, but I do enjoy the positive comments. It encourages me to get out there more, and it actually has me more visible, I guess you could say. I don't have a lot of friends. I had friends when I was in the military. I got so used to going from one place to the other and losing friends that I have probably about 3 of my childhood friends that I still keep in contact with. Other than that, there's not really a lot of true friends that I can just get up and go do things with. So I tend to be very private and is just me, and there are times that I wish it was the other way around, but that's life. So anyway, I'm going to get started on some of the stuff that I got, and this one's a random act of kindness. My mother was given a whole bunch of, my mother's a quilter, she collects quilt supplies and stuff for a quilt show that's going to be done next year. And so what she does, people bring stuff to her to distribute it to people that she thinks would appreciate them and use them again. And so she found a couple of books in the stack that she had gotten, and she was giving them out to friends and whatnot, but she had kept two of them aside. And one of them is this book. Let's see if you can see that. And I was looking at it, and it's got some awesome boxes. And so there's also like a needle holder and some scissor cases in there, and it's gorgeous. So I am going to actually try and use one of the patterns in here, because I need to do needle holder for my seminar in June, which is the Brazilian embroidery seminar, and can't wait for that, and you will hear all about that when I get back. Then the other book that she had given me was this one, and it's open canvas. What I like about this book is that it has hard anchor right there, and that is what I'm interested in. And the hem stitch, awesome. So this book I was drooling over, actually, and I think it's going to be gorgeous, because I can use some ideas of some of my cross stitch and then try to get some hard anchor into it, because I really do want to start getting into hard anchor. And I believe A Stitch Too Far, if I remember her, if I got her thing right, and I do follow her on Instagram as well as follow her on Flosstube. She has been doing some hard anchor, I believe. I think it's her. And I've been just oohing and on over everything she's been working on, and it's like, I want to do that, I want to do that. Well, I don't know if I'm going to have the time. But then, think it this way. If I quit spending so much time on my tablet playing games, I might actually get a lot more done than I do get done. So, I remembered a while back when I was cleaning out my stuff that I had told you all that I had done stamped cross stitch. And so when I was going through my stuff, I found this, and it is stamped cross stitch. So let's see if we can get it far enough back. There you go. That wonderful noise you hear in the background is my washing machine, so I do apologize for that. This I had done between my two children. So my son was born 85, my daughter in 89. So I had done this in between, and I also had a miscarriage in between. So I'm not sure if I actually did that for my daughter or if I did that for the miscarriage one, because I was doing a whole bunch of stuff for that baby, and then I lost it. So which is kind of what a lot of people have. Unfortunately, most women have had at least one miscarriage. So that being said, now I will go into some of the stuff that I purchased. I'm going to do that first before I show you what I've been working on. So I'm on the Facebook page of Fabulous Fabrics, and she's got some awesome, there's my cat, she's meowing to get in. She has some awesome fabric, and so I signed up for the, she decided to do a stitch along. So this is the stitch along, see? And it is Andromeda. And you have to excuse me for a minute because my dyslexia has a minute to have to try to figure out how it's pronounced. But this is Andromeda. So I'm going to do that on this fabric, and I'm going to open it up for you so you can get an idea of what of how it is, because she's got some white in here. And at first I thought, well, that I cut off the top part, but as I was talking to my husband, he thought it would be cool to go ahead and leave some of the white, see, for so that it looks like she's coming out of the water and there's clouds in the background. So I thought, hey, that's cool. I can go with that. As long as he liked it that way, I thought, okay, I'll do it that way. Not a big problem. So then I also ordered the threads that go with it. I didn't order the beads, but I will probably get the beads later on. But these are the still haven't got the camera figured out yet, I guess. So these are the colors, and it's pretty close to the right color. And they are the RAK flosses. So I'm kind of looking forward to working with those. I was doing the rainbow ones before, so hopefully my camera is not going to tilt on me. So then I remembered I told you all that I was thinking about doing this. It's what I got when we did the Alaska cruise in 2007. I finally got all the floss for it. It's Cosmos floss. It's the Japanese floss. So I'm thinking that I might just put that on in a box and take it with me on the cruise. And my camera keeps tilting on me because I keep hitting it, I think. So we're doing good. This is another one I think I'm going to take on the cruise, and I got this through eBay. It was really a good deal. I got an awesome deal. Somebody was telling me about this. Actually, I was watching this progress on Instagram, and I got so tickled. She was going so quick on this, and I thought, how could you do that so fast? And then I realized that it's only a 5x7, so it goes really quick. And I thought, well, for the cruise, that would be a perfect size, and I can take a small frame, and I'm good to go. So I'm going to do that. And then, let's see what else I got. Okay. So now I'm going to go into what I've been working on. But before I do that, I have to show you these. I got some buttons from Stony Creek, because Stony Creek is what I'm doing the penguins with. So I got these buttons. I don't know. You can see them. See the heart? It's not really focusing. Anyway, so I got those to go on, and I got an extra of the snowflake. There's 4 penguins, and I thought, well, maybe if I put them at the end of their cap, it would look a little bit cooler than just sticking them in random places among the things. So that's what the pattern does. So anyway, I was trying to do the Heaven and Earth Designs, what do you call it? Challenge 4. And the challenge was that you had to finish a whole page of a design. Well, because I was in the process of doing Nantucket Rose, I wasn't able to do that. So because Nantucket Rose took up most of my time, and she was more important to me than just trying to get this challenge. Even though I loved the idea that if I got my challenge done, I would get a few things, some gifts or whatever. I thought that would be cool, but at the same time, it didn't work out. So I did, and I was able to get, let's see if I can get all these strands out of the way. I was able to get this much done. So, oh, my threads are in the way. Okay, hold on. So I don't know if you can see that or not. So anyway, whoops, there we go. It's starting to show the loops that are going around because it's Celtic. and it's got the cat in the middle. So the Celtic designs kind of go around it, and the cat's in the middle, if that makes any sense to you. And oh, actually, see, I started putting it, I put it in this little container that my husband got when he went to one of his seminars for work. He gets a whole bunch of stuff. And so anyway, this is what the Heaven and Earth design is. Okay. So, and I think I'm over right in this area is where I'm working. It's right in here. So, I will get back to it. I needed one of my frames, and my Heaven and Earth design was taking up my frame, so I had to take it apart because I didn't like working with the snap frame on the one I started. Actually, I started a couple of things. So, the one that everybody was asking, or some people were asking about, was the Ship's Manor. Okay, I've gone kind of wacky. Anyway, let me pull that one up. Here we go. This is where I am on it. Let's see. I think it's awesome. I actually got in the mood to do it. Last Friday, the next part came out early. Actually, it was last Thursday. I went in to look at the site to see if there was anything going on Facebook, because I really don't like Facebook. So I went onto the site, and he had the next, I think it's part 14, and there's 2 more parts to go. And he actually gave everybody the border to finish, because some of us were going ahead and finishing the border because we kind of got the idea that the border was the same. So I printed those out, and that's next to do. And then I have one more portion, and actually that portion that I have to do goes right in here, So as soon as I do that, I'll be caught up, and I like that. So, but chances are I might wait till the last one shows up to finish. I don't know. It's one of those things that it just depends. It just depends upon what kind of mood I'm in. So, the other project that I told you that I was gonna start, I actually started, and that's why I was showing you the buttons. So this is the penguin, and I don't know if you can really see, but in this area right here, that's where the joy, the O is going to be. Actually, the O is going to be right in here. Some of this area and some of this area, all of the top of that, it's got sparkle to it. It's got that sparkle fabric. And at first I was kind of irritated with it because you had to do 2 strands to 1 strand of floss. And so, and I was waiting for it actually. So these are the colors. It's the clear one. I have 2 of those. I ordered 2 of each actually. So then I got this color, and that's going to go on there. I believe this color is going on there. See, they have like a little bit of a sparkle to them. And some of these are that you use 2 to 1 or 1 to 1 and 3 to 1, I think is what it is. So so I bought 2 of them, 2 of each, just to make sure. And then I thought, well, it'd be kind of cool if I could take the green and add the sparkle to it. So I got this one. It's not really. So anyway, but when I saw how much sparkle I was using, I decided to forget that thought. So these will just be extras. And it was kind of interesting because when I knew I had to have those, I went downstairs to see what I had in my supplies. So I had this, and there's, see, let me take that out. And I thought I could use it. And then I thought, well, you know, it'd probably be better if I just waited to see what the other stuff was. And actually, I could have used this. See, it's got that. Good grief. Come on, don't look at me. Look at that. Now. Okay, you can't. It's got some shine to it, just like the other one, the sparkle. And then I had some yellow. And these I used in the lighthouse one that I had showed in my, what did you call it, FFOs? But I've been watching some of you guys, and you guys are doing an awesome job on those framing. And so you're giving me some ideas, and I think one of these days I'm going to go get the stuff I need to frame myself, so I don't have to pay Michael's or anybody else to frame it. Sometimes Pat frames it, but Pat's my husband, Patrick. And sometimes I haven't really liked the way that he did it, and he kind of knows it, so then he thinks that I don't like what he does. I like what he does. I just wish he would have done it just a little bit different. So anyway, and there's some others that I had before, so if I was smart, I would have went ahead and used those. And now I'm thinking, there was something else I was thinking about. So right now, that's it. I have some stuff that's coming in the mail. I ordered 2 beautiful patterns. One of them I saw on Instagram, and it was funny because I had actually gone to the website and saw this pattern, and I thought, well, that's pretty, but you know, I don't want to pay for it right now. And you know how you kind of just, and I'm trying not to spend too much money, kind of thing. So I thought, what the heck? And then I saw her working on it. I'll tell you what, I just went ooh goo gaga. The colors she had, what she was working on was just simply gorgeous. So I went ahead and I ordered it. And I also ordered a chantil pattern. I think it's chantil pattern. And I ordered some hand-dyed floss, just one to see what it would be like, because I really haven't got into the hand-dyed stuff yet, and I really don't know if I really want to get into the hand-dyed stuff, because I've got my Brazilian embroidery, and to have to use my Annie's Keepers clips for all the hand-dyed stuff and marking that, I don't know if I really want to go that direction. So, and plus I have a ton of floss. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. I also, if you look at A Stitch Too Far, I think it was hers. She was saying how she had ordered off of the website, and I don't know if it was Amazon or another place, the big box that she puts all of her floss in. I had to chuckle because I actually had ordered that 9 months ago. So for the last 6 months I've had that. And I took all of my floss from what I had and put that into the box. And then I was taking it back out because I was organizing my threads. So that box has yet to be completely full, and I have every single color of DMC floss. So she was saying that she didn't know if it would, and I agree with her as far as how it fits. It doesn't fit right in the box, but I'll show you that another time. I do have some stuff coming in, and if it comes in at the end of the week, I will do another video and I will show you how much farther I've gotten on my penguins. I had to bowl twice yesterday, so I didn't get to do any cross stitch, and there are days that I only get maybe an hour in cross stitch, and other days that I can get 4 hours, 5 hours in. I like the big hours time, but today is laundry, so between laundry and cross stitch and watching YouTubes, I'm going to be busy. So may you all have a very wonderful day. Continue to leave your wonderful comments. I look at each and every one of them, and I try to answer each and every one of them. And as usual, I try to stay within 30 minutes. So I guess I've made it because it's almost 25 minutes. So you got a 5-minute deal on it. Anyway, have a great day. And I will see you again probably in about a week.